The brothers opened the door to their room, only to find a huge meteorite slowly floating by. It was followed by a dense belt of meteorites and a huge planet. The brother cautiously looked downward and saw a beautiful river of stars. Even the saliva he spat out slowly drifted towards the distance as if he was weightless. It was only at this moment that the two realized they were now in space along with the house. The brothers immediately ran upstairs to wake up their sister, but the sister looked at her two brothers and immediately thought it was another prank. So impatiently she closed the door, and the younger brother pops out a card instantly after pressing a button on the board. The player goes into hibernation for 5 rounds and then lifts. What does this mean? At that moment, a wisp of cold air floated out from the doorway, and the entire toilet was covered in a layer of frost. Sister also turned into an ice sculpture. According to the instructions on the board, the only way to restore the sister to her original state now is to continue through the game. Brother pressed the board button. A card pops up. Your robot has a defect. Soon, a small robot walked out. At this point, it was slowly getting taller. The robot that got bigger jetted flames and charged. The robot at this point kept chasing the brother, and the brother immediately pressed other buttons. The whole house surprisingly began to tilt, and a light enveloped them. It turned out that the younger brother's card was a stellar gravitational field. He also fell on the window because of the huge inertia. It was good that the card had a time limit. The house gradually got out of the gravity. The robot also broke itself due to inertia, but my brother realized that it was actually repairing itself. He was so scared that he immediately closed the door to the basement room, realizing that at this moment he had to get through the game as quickly as possible. The brother pressed the button and the card said that the gargoyle had come to visit. A space battleship immediately appeared outside the house.
Maybe they're friendly.
The battleship bombarded the house with cannonballs. They immediately hid. By now, the house was already torn apart by the battleship. The brother immediately started drawing cards that said reboot. They thought they could reboot these universe battleships back, but a cannonball blasted him straight away for a few meters. Apparently, the card was useless against space battleships. The brother rushed to start his turn. The card said save the stranded spaceman. At that moment, an astronaut suddenly floated in through the window. As the brothers watched, he opened the door and walked in. That's when the shells came again. But the man didn't panic at all. He told the brothers to turn off all the light sources in the house. This was because the battleships tracked their targets based on the light sources. Under the man's instructions, the cosmic battleship did stop attacking. The man lit a couch on fire, and the three of them worked together to push the couch into outer space. As a result, the battleship that had originally turned off was like a shark that smelled blood and chased towards the couch. The man urged a few people to hurry up and pass the game, but the flying pieces stopped moving as if they were malfunctioning. It turned out that his brother had cheated. He sneaked his flying piece forward a few moves. The two brothers argued. At this moment, a golden card suddenly popped up. Caught cheating, it automatically ejected. Seeing that the brother was about to crash into space, the man put on a jet and saved the brother. After this incident, the older brother is even more upset with his younger brother. It's the brother's turn, and he luckily draws a golden wish card. The brother says we should wish to go home, but the still angry brother says that it's all your fault. It's even because of your mom and dad that they got divorced. The brother throws down the board and runs away sadly. Outside the house are bright shooting stars, and the man nervously asks what he wished for, but the brother would not say. The man had to come upstairs to anxiously look for his brother, but he disappeared without a trace as if he didn't exist.